Welcome to Turner Sensei's Pre-algebra videos. Today we will be working with linear equations and graphs. Previously we have worked with linear equations and talked about them in terms of their start value and of their rate of change. Today we're going to be looking at them in terms of their graphs, so we're going to get our terminology to be a little bit more specific for us. So instead of rate of change, we are going to be talking about the slope, just as we have been transitioning in the past few lessons to talking about slope. Today we're going to make that transition complete, and from here on out we're going to be talking about slope exclusively. Now that we have the slope terminology, we need to get new terminology for our start value to see what it means on the graph. So remember that on the graph, when we have our start value, it starts at x equals 0 and y is that point. So if we have a start value of 1, 2, 3, that means that our line is going to cross the y-axis at 3. So we refer to this as being the y-intercept. So instead of our start value and our rate of change, we are now dealing with our y-intercept and our slope. Let's try this with a hypothetical slope. If we are given a slope of 3/4, we can use this to find all of the points along this graph. So we start at the y-intercept. We go up 1, 2, 3. And this slope tells us that for every 1, 2, 3 more units we go up, we go over 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can put in a point here, and a point here, and a point down here. At this point, no pun intended, we can draw a line to connect all of our points. So we draw the line through, and that is our linear equation for this. Next up, we're going to look at some special cases of linear equations. The first is where we have just a y equals and no x. So here we have y equals -2. So our y-intercept is going to be -2. You notice we have no slope whatsoever. So this means that our slope is 0, and we're going to have a horizontal line. So a slope of 0 gives us a horizontal line, like so. We'll draw in a couple of points and put our line across that. So we have our horizontal line, y equals -2. Let's take a look at this other equation, x equals -4. This one is a lot different. It tells us what x equals. So let's go ahead and graph that. This is just like a regular number line. We can go over 1, 2, 3, -4. And that's what x equals. Because there is no y in here, it doesn't matter what value y has. So y can literally be any value. This means that we're going to have to draw a vertical line. So we'll draw this in. And we notice that as we draw this in, we have an undefined slope. Our slope, if we go side to side, we go 0 units to the side. And anytime we're looking for the slope, we divide by the change in x, but we can't divide by 0. So the slope is undefined. So the slope for this equation is undefined. An x in the front gives us a vertical line, goes straight up and down and has an undefined slope. This one we have no change in y and only change in x. So this is horizontal. and the slope equals 0. Now we have several problems for you to practice with on your own. Please pause the video as you try to complete each problem. The answers will be given momentarily. For this problem, we start by looking for the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where it crosses this up and down y-axis. We have a point here at -2. So our y-intercept is -2. Now we need to find our slope. To find our slope, we need to find the rise over the run between any 2 points. So between these points, the rise is 1 and the run is 1. So rise over run equals 1 over 1, or just 1. So we now have our y-intercept and our slope. So we can create our equation. Y equals slope times x plus the y-intercept. Because we're adding a negative, we have written this as a subtraction here. This is our equation. For our second practice problem, we are given an equation, x equals 3, and asked to draw the graph. Again, please pause the video while you work, and press play again to see the solution. This is one of our special cases. Remember from the video before that x equals equations are going to be vertical lines. So this tells us that we're going to have a vertical line at x equals 3. Going to draw this in by plotting a couple of points and connecting them with a straight edge. There is our vertical line, which is the graph of the equation x equals 3. Remember that for one of these vertical lines, the slope is undefined, and we cannot write it in y equals mx plus b form. Students, please remember to fill out your notes and have those ready to be checked off in our next class session. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments section below or email me directly. Parents, teachers, and administrators, if you're looking to use these videos, there is curriculum alignment information below, as well as links to additional resources. Thank you for watching.